people came out and they were like, how will Donald Trump come to a territory without the approval of the president? That if Donald Trump is coming to this country, he must seek first for an approval. Now, the same thing they are telling Donald Trump is the same thing Nigerian government is doing. Burkina Faso detains 11 Nigerian military officers and also seized their aircraft. Why? Because Nigerian military officers, they drove their jet and landed in Burkina Faso without any approval from Burkina Faso military government. So they intrude in Burkina Faso's territory. Currently, they are in detention in Burkina Faso by the president. Now, what Burkina Faso is trying to do now, they are doing investigation to know the reason why that jet fly to their territory first before they know the action they are going to take. And according to Burkina Faso, any form of threat they are bringing to their country, they are prepared to face that threat. Now, this is the issue I have with this whole saga. You understand that is going on. There's something that happened some days ago in Benin Republic when the military tried to take over, you understand, the Benin Republic, and the military took over the state house, and they wanted to have a coup, but it failed. When that happened, it was on all newspaper that Nigerian jets were on the way to Benin Republic to go and defend so that they will not scrap democracy. And while they were going, people started talking that why will Nigeria send jets to Benin Republic without any approval from the government that say, oh, come on. So Nigeria was just sending jet there to go and fight against the military coup. We don't support military coup, but Nigeria, they were going there to fight without an approval. Now they decide to repeat the same thing in Burkina Faso. President Ibrahim Traore, who is a military leader, you understand, they are doing investigation to know why the jets came to their territory before they know the action they are going to take. So currently, the level officers are in detention. This is what I see in all this whole saga of a thing. I remember that when Donald Trump declared Nigeria as a country of particular concern, and he said that he's going to send fighter jet armies to go and fight these terrorists that are terrorizing Christians, you understand, causing Christian genocide. And, you know, people came out and they were like, how will Donald Trump come to a territory without the approval of the president? That if Donald Trump is coming to this country, he must seek first for an approval from the leadership that we are a sovereign state. Now, the same thing they are telling Donald Trump is the same thing Nigerian government is doing. It's the same thing they are doing, because you just think because these countries are African countries, you can just fly your jet, you can just do anything, or you are bigger than them. As far as they have that sovereignty, you understand, the same rule you say you to apply to United States is supposed to apply also to you when it comes to do with other neighboring countries. And this is one thing I know, you understand, Africa hardly fights external fights. You will see in Africa, you hardly see where two African countries are fighting. You hardly see it. You understand? Especially in this West Africa. West Africa is one of the most peaceful places. You hardly see, oh, this one, they are fighting war, they are throwing missiles, and you don't see that. You understand? You don't see it. Even though there's a fight, there's a dispute, most of the time, those disputes is within the country. You don't see where two countries in Africa are fighting. And I just hope that, because I based on what we are hearing, is that movement those military did, allegedly, it was being inspired by France. The truth of the matter is this. Nigeria is a peaceful land. Me, I don't bad all this France and this one. Because why? Because when Nigeria, during the election that they did, when Nigerians were crying that the election was rigged, they didn't say anything. They are only interested in the business they are benefiting in Nigeria. You understand? They are not really interested in the growth of Nigeria. They are not interested in the democracy of Nigeria. They are not interested in the citizens of Nigeria. So there's no need. They are just like the same thing that these colonial masters were doing. It's just that now it's indirect, you understand, indirect slavery. So what they do is that they are just in Africa for exploitation, to exploit this country. You understand? And most of the time, your president, you understand, have a deal with these people. But you will not know that, they will not tell you that they have a deal. That's why I was against when people were saying that US was having interest in Nigeria so that they will take our oil. They will take our oil. Which oil? Do you know how many countries in Nigeria now mining oil? Did the government tell you that this country is mining oil? They didn't tell you because they won't tell you. Anybody that wants to take advantage of this country, the government will not sit down and tell you. They will do the deal behind your back. Do you even know all the oil? You don't know anything about it. So the truth of the matter is this: anything that's going to incite conflict within African countries, I don't want it. Because African countries, you understand, we are a peaceful people. Even if at times there's boundary disputes, and then most of the time it's just within. It's within. It's not that serious, you understand. We should not incite all this form of, allow these foreign countries to come to Africa, come and incite war between African countries. It's not called for. You understand? And I don't even see any connection between Nigeria and Burkina Faso. I don't think they have that strong connection in terms of presidency. Maybe our president has that strong connection with. I don't think so. So what even the distance between Nigeria and Burkina Faso, what is their jet doing there that is going there without their approval? What if the country blasts that jet in the sky? They didn't even think about it. Nothing will happen. They will blast it and nothing will happen. You understand? Nothing. Is it not Nigeria? Nothing will happen. And those France or whatsoever country that is backing Nigeria, they will abandon Nigeria. They have always been doing it now. They will abandon it. You understand? They will abandon. When everywhere is tense, they will abandon. And we know our government. We know the kind of government we have in Nigeria. I'm not saying anything. I just say we know the kind of government that is happening in Nigeria. Those jets, they could have deployed it to those camp of terrorists, but they didn't deploy it. Instead, they are doing audio stories. You hear a camp in Meduguri has been blasted. Only for you to hear tomorrow, you hear that they kidnap more people in that same in that same Meduguri. You understand? It's just audio. So they should not allow anything to incite any form of war between African countries. You understand? That is to me. When I read the news, I was not happy. What is our own jet doing there? Is he supposed to be there? What is the business between Nigeria and Burkina Faso? The people love their own government. Don't intrude. Don't go and spy on them. What concern you when they go spy? Why are you going to spy them or whatsoever reason? But let's see how it goes. Let's see the investigation. They are still doing investigation before they will decide whether they will release those officers. I just pray that it goes well. There should be no any form of conflict between African countries will not be fighting. Then the people who agitated this within the African country, they will run away. They won't intrude in the affairs of Africa. We'll start destroying ourselves. Africa will not look so scattered and you understand. That is the issue we are having with terrorism in Africa. There are people who incite this thing with religion. They incite it with, they came for other country to Nigeria and and brought this kind of religion. You understand? Religion is not bad. You understand? But when somebody is trying to infuse hatred, you understand? Infuse hatred so that you destroy what your own forefathers built. You understand? You destroy the country that God has given you. No religion is bad in itself. You understand? Whether you are Christian, Islam, or whatever religion. I don't think any of this religion appreciate violence. It's just that some people, they take these things and they interpret it to their own downfall. They interpret it to their own destruction. And there are some people who are scholars who are supposed to guide people in the light of that religion. They decide to thwart it. They know the truth, but they will thwart it to their own advantage, either for political reasons or whatsoever. And the people who they are converting their minds, they don't know anything about the religion. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel.